So the follow-up to World of Warcraft, according to Blizzard, is not going to be released before 2016. Who cares, man? But before we get to this video, let's get to the question of the day. Alright, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the answer to the question of the day. Alright, so let's talk about some Blizzard, specifically their upcoming games, okay, and the state of Blizzard as it is today. So this World of Warcraft sequel, follow-up, whatever you want to call it, let's call it Titan, because that's the codename of the project. Apparently, it had a assigned development team of 100 to 30. It was cut down. So basically 70 people were reassigned to other projects in Blizzard, so they're off doing something else, I guess. And now Titan itself has only around 30 people working on it. And the crazy thing is, this game is already in existence, meaning it's been in development for years at Blizzard, okay? And apparently it was also playable over 2 years. Even the COO of Blizzard said, you know, we're playing it already. It's a total ball to play. We think that the reach of that product is greater than anything we've done before. We're very excited about it. I believe it's a kind of game that'll have a very long life, much like World of Warcraft. So the game is essentially in development right now, and people are playing it, and supposedly it's really good, it's really fun. How much of this is just plain bullshit hype? I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me if the game is good or decent, but, I mean, really, I mean, it's gonna come out in no sooner. No later, rather, than, like, fucking 2016. I don't even know. Like, 2016 is several years away, or at least a few years away, and it just, that's the thing with Blizzard. I think people have fallen for Blizzard's marketing fucking hype and their reputation, because they do have a big name. They're a very established company. But I've seen this over the years, especially in the 2000s, as I witnessed this over the course of like 10 years. You know, we've seen it with their franchises like, Jesus, StarCraft, alright, even Warcraft, like, you know, even Diablo. You know, we've seen this, where they hold out on releasing a sequel for a really long time, and making it seem like they're spending a lot of time on development, and making sure that it's like up to quality standards, or whatever the fuck have you. But in reality, they're not really that great. I think Blizzard is probably one of the most overrated, over-fucking-hyped developers ever. That's not to say that they suck, or they're garbage, but their games really aren't that good anymore. I think in the 90s, that was like their peak. 90s, early 2000s, with games like StarCraft and Diablo 2. These titles were very popular, but they were quality games, and that was the main point. And then they really started going downhill with fucking World of Warcraft, with WoW, this MMORPG bullshit that's been the most over commercialized fucking thing in the planet. And even, you know, WoW isn't that popular as it used to be. Now it's like 8.3 million subscribers. They're down from, their prime was around 12 million in 2010. 12 million subscribers. So they lost millions of people because they're off the bandwagon now. You know what I mean? It was sort of a trendy thing to do, I guess. But now nobody gives a shit. Well, 8 million people still, I guess, have a subscription to it. But really, you know, I think it's slowly going to dwindle down. It's just going to get to a point where there's going to be that core fan base that will play it no matter what, because that's all they're familiar with. Kind of like the same way that people still play StarCraft, Brood War to this day. And I mean, I understand that, but I think that Blizzard is just over fucking hype. Like, I remember when Warcraft 3 came out, you know, obviously the sequel to Warcraft 2, and that was a big hype. It took many years for it to come out in the early 2000s. Like, I think, when the hell did it come out? 2002? Some shit like that. 2002, 2003 was when it was really relevant. I don't know, you know, I don't want to fall for Blizzard's bullshit hype anymore. And I think people should definitely think twice about this. This is going to be an MMO, and we can expect more of the same. You know, it's going to be a sequel to fucking World of Warcraft, or a follow-up. And the thing, too, is that I'm getting sick and tired of these retarded, idiot fan loser. These are people that just anticipate every single fucking Blizzard game. They overhype the hell out of it. Like, I remember maybe like a couple of years ago, you know, no, not even that, like I think around 3 years ago, before StarCraft 2, or around the time that StarCraft 2 came out, and there was a big hype for StarCraft 2, obviously. But right around the time that it was about to come out, and then it came out, and then immediately people played it, and just fucking suddenly everybody was like, oh, I can't wait for Diablo 3. People were like, fuck StarCraft 2. Oh, I'd rather fucking, oh, it's Diablo 3. It's all about Diablo 3. And this was before Diablo 3 came out, but it was already announced, you know what I mean? Like, Diablo 3 was set to be the next project to release. And then Diablo 3 came out. And then people were like, fuck this game. You know, Diablo 3 fucking sucks. You know, so this consistent, constant progression of fucking disappointment after disappointment. There's always people bitching about these games. Like, there's gonna be hype for it. Oh my god, StarCraft 2, looking good. And then they're fucking disappointed because, I don't know, for whatever reason, oh, StarCraft 2 sucks. Not as good as the original StarCraft Brood War era. Diablo 3 comes out. Oh, it sucks. Not nearly as good as the previous era. It sucks. And then they hop on to the next fucking bandwagon, the next fucking project that Blizzard has. I think now, though, people should just be a bit more smarter. Like, people just should expect nothing from Blizzard. They take forever to develop these games to give the illusion that the games are going to be this high quality, high prestige type of game, but in reality it's an average, mediocre fucking experience. Probably going to be a lot of bugs and problems that need patch after patch after patch. You know, it's going to be problematic. And again, it's going to take forever to come out. The reason that this game is already in existence, they said it's been around for 2 years. It's playable for the past 2 years. The reason that they hold out so long is that they've learned that because of their reputation, it's Blizzard. Oh shit, we take forever to develop games, right? To make it seem like it's a bigger deal than it actually is. To build up the anticipation, build up the hype. You know, it's not necessarily about cranking it. They're almost like the opposite of Activision, Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed, you know, the opposite of like the Call of Duty. But it's like the extreme side of the spectrum where it's bad to release a game every fucking year because you run it into the ground, but at the same time, it's fucking equally as bad to wait 6, 7 years, 10 years to release a fucking sequel deliberately. Because what they're doing is they're trying to build it up more than it actually is. They're trying to raise too much hype around it. You know, there's too much build up to the point that after a few years of waiting, you're just like, you know what? I can't really be excited anymore because I know this game it's going to come out anyway, but it's taken too long, and it just destroys that anticipation. It under-delivers, it underperforms. Diablo 3 underperformed and failed. StarCraft 2 underperformed and failed. Now, I'm not saying these games are fucking utter garbage. In my opinion, I think that these games have found a certain audience, and some people generally did like these games. But at the same time, these fucking games aren't the game of the year caliber that everybody fucking expected them to be, or the game of the century. They're really not that innovative. If you take a look at the 90s, Blizzard was more consistent, and they released games at least more frequently. They had Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, StarCraft, and then Brood War, all within a span of like 5-6 years, you know, so not really that long gap. Now, you'll get a fucking game, and then the next installment in the other game in like 6 years. World of Warcraft is a different story. I think with Warcraft, there's a lot of fucking expansions and addition to that series because it's so popular. But even Warcraft, I think, is sort of like the odd man out. World of Warcraft, WoW, has sort of become the Call of Duty of MMORPGs. It's like, it's really common. They come out with a fucking expansion, it seemed like, almost every year. So, Blizzard will fucking overproduce for a really successful game like WoW, you know what I mean? So they're willing to actually release a lot of content, but again, it's only because the fucking game has like 12 million subscribers. It's like their most popular title ever. I think that WoW 2 or Titan, whatever it's going to be called, Titan is not going to be as successful. I think the MMORPG genre and the MMO scene itself has died down significantly. There's other multiplayer games to play. There's the Dota style of games. There's other multiplayer and free-to-play games that are just more popular now. Not to mention the first-person shooters, the Call of Duty shit. You know, I mean, it's just, there's other titles now. It's back when fucking WoW came out. It was like 2004, some shit like that. And then it blew up around 2006. Like, it really got popular in the mid-late 2000s a little bit. And it's just a matter of overhype, you know, mixed with bandwagon dick-riding fan bitches that really don't really even... It's overhype, you know, people just want to fucking... It's bandwagon, I mean, fuck it. Shit's whack. So don't fall for Blizzard's hype. Fuck Blizzard. I don't give a shit anymore. Look for new IPs, you know, look for something different. If they put out, when they put out Titan in 2016, or whatever year they put it out, it's not going to be as good, it's not going to be as exciting, and all that fucking, the anticipation is not going to, you know, it's not going to fulfill anybody's expectations of the game. Guarantee it's not going to be that great. It's going to be the same standard MMO. It's not going to be that unique or different. Blizzard has fallen off. Blizzard has become so mainstream that their games aren't innovative anymore. You know, they don't have anything new. It's sort of just by the numbers. They rely on their reputation. They get by. They just coast. They're coasting. Because of their brand name, you know. It's sort of what happened to Rockstar in many ways, but I think Rockstar, it's a different story, and Rockstar has at least a bit more, I would say, dignity, you know, when it comes to fucking certain titles. Like, you can sort of tell that Rockstar at least tries with their games, you know. They at least have a certain pride with their games, like, oh shit, you know, let's actually take some time and effort to make quality games. Alright, so this was the answer to the question of the day.